to my channel. So today I am doing an unboxing slash reveal of a handbag that I picked up today. My son and I went to Austin and we spent the day at the Domain, which if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know is one of my favorite places to go to shop. So again, if you've watched any of my previous videos, then you've heard me talk about possibly picking up another Louis Vuitton bag, and I kind of was tossing around an idea of which one I wanted to get. I wasn't really sure. I really wanted to pick up a Damier Azur piece, but when I got there, they didn't really have any pieces that I really liked, and so I didn't feel comfortable like just picking anyone up. What's that noise back there? I think it's my tablet. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it because I don't want this video to be very long. And I also want to tell you how I ended up getting this particular bag. So the bag is enormous. This is how huge it is. Like it's so big, I can barely get it to fit in frame. Like it's really huge. So I haven't opened it up. I haven't taken it out since she packaged it all up for me. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out now. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And it has the beautiful holiday wrapping. So it has the red holiday ribbon and it's just the Louis Vuitton box, just the classic box. I'm so excited about this bag. Okay, I almost don't even want to open this, like untie the ribbon. I love how they wrap them and they always make them look so pretty, and I try to just like slide the ribbon off so I can just put it back on afterwards. Okay, so you all know what the box looks like. You guys have seen probably 800 of these unboxings. So it just has the magnetic flap. This is the bag right here, and you probably can't tell what I got because of the size of the box and because the shape of the bag, but I'm going to go ahead and close this and just set it right here for now. So the bag that I decided to pick up is the, oh come on, the Damier Ebene Speedy 30 Bandolier. Oh, look, it even has the little cardboard piece on it still. This one is truly like brand spanking new. I know no one's even touched this bag or looked at it or anything. I was literally the first one, besides the sales associates, to put my hand on it. And it is so beautiful. She put it in the box for me so that the creases can start to come out. And if you are, if you're new to the Louis Vuitton brand, don't let these creases that you're seeing deter you from picking up one of these bags. These creases fall out very quickly once you start using the bag. So I did go with the Damier Ebene print, and I'm so happy. Like, I could not be happier that I chose this print. And let me tell you why. Because if you have watched my videos, then you know that my last bag was this one. And it is the Louis Vuitton Berry in the MM size. And as much as I love that bag, I can safely say I have only been able to use it literally a handful of times because the weather here during this time of the year is very unpredictable, and as you saw, that has a ton of vachetta leather on it. I didn't want to get it messed up, and I really wanted to get a bag that I can just really use, and I can use it on a daily basis. I can use it for travel, I can use it, you know, for work, I can use it for, you know, just like to dress up my outfits, you know, or to, you know, just like be a really nice accessory. And every time I thought of a Speedy in the past, I always would think of the Damier Ebene print because I always thought that this print is so stunning in the Damier Ebene pattern. I love the monogram, and I almost got the monogram. As a matter of fact, I did get the monogram. So this is how I ended up with this bag. And I'm going to just tell you quickly, and then I'll show you all of the specifics on this bag. So I ordered the Speedy 30B or Speedy B30 online through client services. I ordered it Wednesday evening. So I knew I was going to be off today, which is Friday, and I knew I would be home. Currently, they are having, I don't know if they're doing it now since it's too late to get anything by Christmas, but they were having free expedited shipping. So you could get your bag overnighted free. So I ordered it Wednesday so that I would get it by Friday. And lo and behold, they sent me the UPS sent me my email, said I was getting it Friday. I was just drifting off to sleep last night, Thursday, and my phone went off, so I looked at it, and it was a notification from UPS saying that my bag is not coming until Monday. I was pissed. Like literally at midnight, I was on the phone with UPS. Of course, I wasn't talking to anybody in the U.S., and so, you know, they really weren't really much help. I didn't know this, but UPS uses a call center in Asia for their after hours. So long story short, and very miserable story, I ended up deciding that, you know, I'm going to go ahead, go to the store myself, pick out a Speedy, and then when this one shows, the other one shows up on Monday, I'm just returning it. And the reason I'm doing that is because I wanted it to show up today so I would have time to look at it and inspect it. I have not had the best luck ordering things through the Louis Vuitton website. Every time I've ordered something, with the exception of one piece, I've had to return it. So I wasn't real hopeful about the Speedy coming to me in great condition. And one of the things that I am very particular about with these particular bags, and I will show you on this one is absolutely pristine, is this side piece of leather. See how beautifully smooth this one is? There isn't a single crease anywhere on that piece of leather. It is beautifully smooth. Same thing with the other side. Absolutely perfectly smooth. No creases, no wrinkles whatsoever. It is very, very common when you're getting these bags for there to be wrinkles in them that go this way already. And it shows up very badly on the damier ebene because this is treated leather. So, and it also has a sheen to it, so it's more obvious. Excuse me. So it also happens on the monogram bags, but it's not as obvious, but it still happens. And I already knew that if it had the creases on the side, I was going to bring it and exchange it for a different one. So that's why I wanted it to show up today, because I knew I was going to the domain in Austin and I wanted to be able to exchange the bag and, you know, get a good one. However, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and just purchase another one. And I was fortunate enough that I was able to do that. But I went ahead and purchased another one because I was afraid if I waited until Monday to get the other one, then when I finally went to exchange it, if I needed to, they wouldn't have any Speedies left because they really sell out quickly at Christmas time. So anyway, that was a really long story. I'm sorry, but I just felt the need to tell it because if you are taking off of work for that specific reason to pick up a bag because you know you have to sign for these, I would definitely have a plan B lined up because it is very possible that you may not get your bag on the day that they tell you you're going to get it. And that has happened to me already 2 different times now with Louis Vuitton. So I will not be ordering anything online probably ever again with them. Anyway, so I'm so stinking excited about this bag. I already showed you the size and how beautiful the strap is and how it's so smooth and doesn't have any blemishes on it, no wrinkles whatsoever. That's the bottom of the bag. Now, this is one continuous piece of canvas. So on this side of the bag, the Louis Vuitton is upright, and then it carries around like this. So if you have your bag in the upright position on the other side, they're going to be upside down. Is that upside down? Yes, they're going to be upside down on the other side. Now, the newer models do have the puffier chaps, and the stitching does go above the rivet. The rivets do say Louis Vuitton on them. I don't know if you'll be able to actually read that, but you can see where it says something on there. It has the brass double zippers on the top. It has the rolled handles. And I don't know, I've seen older Louis Vuitton Speedies, and I feel like the handles on the vintage ones used to be thicker than this. I'm pretty sure they were, but I think they started making them thinner because it was so difficult to get your arm through there. But they have about a 3 1/4 or 3 3/4 inch drop here. So I think they've made this drop a little more, a little easier to put your arm through here, because before, like, you could barely get your arm, and I have skinny arms, you could barely get your arm in there, and now I can easily get my arm in there and there's room to spare. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Also, I was looking at the underside of the straps, and there's no wrinkling on either side. On the underneath can get wrinkles. And after time, it probably will get wrinkles, but that's okay, as long as I'm the one who makes the wrinkles. I was telling the girl at the Louis Vuitton store, I said, you know, I know that eventually this will probably get creases. These will probably get wrinkles, but I don't want it to start out looking like it has wear and tear. I want to be the one who makes the wear and tear on it. So anyway, so on to the interior of the bag. So it does have the double zips, and they're so smooth. And she did stuff it for me with the bubble wrap. And so I'll just take this out very quickly so I can show you. Oh, there is my little bag, the little Louis Vuitton bag that the keys go in, and the bag is actually empty. Now, this is one of the bags that is specifically for the lock and keys because it has the little divider. So you put the lock in one side and then you put the keys in the other, and it prevents them from scratching each other, or it prevents the keys from scratching the lock. So I really like the little divided Louis Vuitton bags, and it's so cute. I just love it. So there's the little bag. Now, I did take all of my stuff out of my berry and put it in here, and I was really surprised because I got the size 30, and it does not look like it's anywhere near as big as the berry, and all of my stuff fit very, very easily in this bag. Okay, so now the bag is empty. This is the box that contains the lock and keys. So let's see what that looks like. Haven't looked at them yet. I haven't opened it since she boxed it up. And all I really needed to see was that the bag was perfect. And so here are the keys right here. Very pretty, very shiny. Do they have a number on them? Yes. They have their own little number. There's the keys. So pretty. And then here is the lock. Oh, it's so gorgeous and shiny. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, so nice. I'm going to be so upset when this thing starts to tarnish. It's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and just place these inside their little bag. So, see, I put the lock in one side of the bag, and then I'm going to push the little thing over and stick the little keys on the other half. So there are the keys, and there is the lock, and they're completely separate one from another. So cute. I just love their attention to detail. Okay, where the hell is my strap? Okay, well, this is the interior of the bag. Beautiful, beautiful shade of red. It's just like this crimson red. It's so gorgeous. There's the pocket right here. So it has a zipper pocket right here. And let me just, oh, the zippers are so smooth. So there's the zipper pocket. And inside it just has the code. So this is the code if you're interested in this bag. N41367, Speedy 30, Bandolier, and Damier Eben. And this is just the little textile card that says it's coated fabric with cowhide leather trim. So that's all that was inside the little pocket. The zipper pull does have Louis Vuitton on it. And I think I'm going to put my little lock and keys in there for now. I'm getting concerned. Where's my strap? Oh, she has another box in here for me. She put my strap in a box. Okay, that's all. She's so awesome. If you guys ever shop at the Louis Vuitton in Austin at the Domain, ask for, there are 3 saleswomen there that I've dealt with, and they are all freaking amazing. June is the one that helped me today, and she's amazing. And then there's Sunny, who's, I think, the store manager, and then there's Denise. And all 3 of them are absolutely fabulous. They have the patience of Job, and look how sweet. She put my strap in a box of its own. So let me take, which I'm really excited because I like to save these boxes because they're very hardy boxes, and you can store other things in them. So when I'm not using my SLGs, I usually put them back in their desk bag and then put them back in the box. Okay, so this one is one of the little drawer pull boxes. So, yes. And there, she put it in another bag for me. So sweet. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. And then here is my bandolier. That is a nice size bag that she put it in too. Oh, very nice. They're so sweet there. So this is the bandolier that goes with the bag. I also checked this out to make sure it had no creasing or wrinkles in it, and it does not. It's in absolutely perfect shape. No wrinkles whatsoever. It's perfect all the way from end to end. And same thing on the other side. This is where it's sewn. That's not a wrinkle. It's sewn there. And so, anyway, right now it has all 3 pieces. And one of the things that you probably have heard every single time you've ever watched a review on any of the Speedies is that the hardware on the bag does not match the hardware on the strap. And it doesn't. I mean, this one is kind of like a brushed brass, kind of a brushed gold brass color, and this one is a polished brass. So they don't match, but I honestly don't care about that. That does not faze me at all, not one bit. So right now it has all 3 pieces in it. I am probably going to carry it with just 2 pieces and leave the strap attached to the bag because I like the way that looks when it has it hanging, and then I will keep the extra piece, the extender piece that that enables you to make it into a crossbody. I will probably keep that in this little dust bag and just keep it inside my purse. So if I happen to want to carry it as a crossbody because I need my hands completely free, then I can just pop it back on. So another thing that I heard people complain about with this bag is that on this end of the extender strap, it has one of the loops to hold the end of the strap down, but this side does not have that. It only has one. So when you have it on, this piece sticks up. My thought on that is, one way to remedy that is to put this side in the longest setting so that it has very minimal amount of like give or leeway to stick up. So the most it's going to stick up is like that, which is much better than this, you know, right here. So put it on the longest setting here, and then if you need it to be shorter, put it on the shortest setting on this side. And then you're going to minimize the amount of strap that's sticking up there. And then I think that that would be manageable. But like I said, most of the time I am probably going to only have the two main pieces and not the center piece. Like, I'm literally so nervous I don't even want to like bend the strap to take the damn piece out. So anyway, let me connect it to the bag. So, and the straps, not the straps, the handles are really, really smooth and soft. They don't feel exactly like the handles on the Neverfull, on the Damier Ebene Neverfull. They feel more like the way the trim feels on the Neverfull, the Damier Ebene Neverfull. So you know how the trim feels really soft and smooth? That's how these handles feel. They don't feel hard at all. I'm so excited about this bag. Oh, and another thing that was a plus. So when I went in there, I asked her, I said, you know, it doesn't matter. I said, but I said, do you happen to have any Speedies that were made in France? And so initially I was looking at the monogram ones. So she brought out one monogram that actually was made in France. She told me, she had initially told me that. She's like, probably not. She said 99% of the Speedies and Neverfulls are made in the USA now. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so she found a Speedy and brought it out to me. And when I looked at it, I said, oh, it's made in France. And so she was really surprised. And I was going to buy that monogram one. But then when I looked at the trim on the side, it was wrinkled up at the top here. And so, and that's how particular I am. I mean, these bags are expensive. I know that sounds like I'm being really picky and anal, but I'm sorry. If I'm paying this much money for a bag, I want it to meet every one of my expectations, every single one. So, and I don't want to regret choosing that bag afterwards. So I then asked her, I was kind of like reluctant to get that one, but it was the only one that was back there that was made in France, because she did go back and check again for me and there were no more. And so she had brought a Speedy 35 out for me to look at, and it had this big ugly cloth tab on the inside. I don't know why Louis Vuitton does that. I don't know why they stick a cloth tab on the inside of the bags if they're made in the USA. I mean, it's like they don't care, since it's made in the USA. Oh, it's not luxurious anymore. Let's just stick a cloth clothing tab on the inside of the bag. So that kind of, I don't know, that little things like that bother me. So anyway, so I did ask her, I said, can I just look at a Damier Ebene? Because I knew I loved the way the Damier Ebene looked, and I also knew that I did not want to worry all the time about messing up my leather. And so I don't care about patina. I love patina. But I don't want to worry about color transfer if I want to wear it as a crossbody. I don't want to worry about if I put lotion on my hands and then grabbing my bag. I don't want to worry about those things. So she did bring out a Speedy 30 in the Damier Ebene, and I was looking at it and I told her, I said, June, I said, this one is made in France also. And she could not believe it, because it's so rare to find Speedies that are made in France. And then there were two of them right there back to back. So anyway, I hope you're as excited about that as I was. So here you can see that it says made in France. I don't know how clear that is, but when it's made in France, it will say Louis Vuitton, Paris, and then underneath there, it will say made in France. If it is a bag that's made in the USA, it will just say the Louis Vuitton Paris, and it will not say made in France. It will just say, it won't say made in the USA. It'll just say nothing. And then on the inside, you'll have a cloth tab that says made in the USA. So, on the other side, so you have the zipper pocket on this side. I'm all over the place because I'm so excited about this bag. So here's your zipper pocket, and it's a good size zipper pocket. I did try to put my iPhone 8 Plus in there, and it fit. And I have a case on it. So now it was a tight fit, but it did fit, and it wasn't like stressing out the pocket. So you can put your phone in there if you want to. I probably won't, but you can. And then on the other side, you have your D-ring right here. There's a D-ring. And then that's just the other little reinforcement tab that holds the little chaps on. And the date code is underneath your pocket. So if you pull your pocket out and look underneath here, you will find your date code. So let me see, am I looking at the right one? Yes, it's on this one right here. It's very hard to see because it's really like light. Okay, I don't know if it's going to show you or not. But okay, but it says MB4178. So MB is the code for France, and 4178 means it was made in the 47th week of 2018. So this bag was only made about, what, 5 weeks, what, 4 weeks ago? 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe? I mean, what week are we in? 51? And this was made in week 47. So, yeah, just made a few weeks ago in France. So excited. I'm so in love with this bag. I feel like I'm going to get tons of wear and tear out of it. I'm going to use it all of the time. Let me get these straps on here and see what it looks like with the straps on. I don't know where I want to put my lock yet. I'm considering just hanging my lock like on the front of one of these and using it as a charm. But this is what it looks like with the strap on it. It's empty right now, so it looks kind of funny. I haven't ordered a base shaper for it, and I don't know if I'm going to. But, yeah. So this is with the long strap on it. It's so pretty. I love this bag so much. I'm so glad that I went with the Damier Ebene because, you know, a lot of people feel like it's just for fall, but you can make this bag good for year-round. I mean, all you have to do is put like a baby pink puff on it, or a nice ivory puff, or, you know, something with a light color, and it completely changes the whole bag. And so, yeah, so I'm super excited. I know I'm going to be using this bag all of the time. I absolutely love that beautiful pop of red color whenever you open it up. And yeah, so anyway, I think I'm going to probably start using my bag maybe tomorrow. At least I want to. I'm going to start using it tomorrow. And then in, I don't know, a couple of weeks or so, I will do an update and let you know how much I like it, or if I don't like it. I don't anticipate not liking it. I anticipate loving the shit out of this bag. Like, I love it so much. It's so pretty. And just so you guys will know, and this is off topic, but I ordered a bunch of clothes from the company Shein. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but they have their own app and everything. And so I'm going to be doing a haul and like a try on. So you guys will know if the clothes from there are worth anything or not. I bought a bunch of stuff from there, so that video will probably be very, very lengthy, but it'll be a good video because I think it's something that's going to be useful information for you guys. So anyway, maybe I'll pair some of my outfits with this new baby. I love her so much. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate all of your views, all of your comments, all your likes. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. Please don't forget to comment down below. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I love answering all of my viewers' replies. I answer every single one. I don't ever leave one without a response. And so, yeah, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so when I do upload a new video, you'll be notified. I hope you're all having a great night. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a happy and blessed New Year, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.